Hi guys, welcome to OG Cars, and in today's video we're revisiting an old friend, the Fiat Panda Italia 90, and we are joined by a cat, and we're going to see if this Italia 90 will start after several years off the road. As you can see, it's been parked here for a little while. The grass has been cut around it, and the sills are probably worse than they were before, but basically this car needed a restoration when it was parked up, and I'm not planning on doing that like in the immediate future, but obviously it needs to be done somewhere, so we'll see if the car still works. First things first, the car is full of lots of tat, so I'm going to remove all of it and figure out what's staying, what's going, and we've got a battery on charge just over there, so that we can give this a little whirl later on. There's a variation of Volvo 480 parts and Sisley Panda parts and Audi parts and Uno Turbo parts and things that have been removed from the vehicle, and we still have the original rib mat that Fiat would have put in this car, obviously, and yeah, it's not looking too bad in here. I'm not going to go pressing along here, but it's actually looking okay in the corners here still. I knew the sills were pretty bad. I will just show you anyway. The outer sill there is gone, and the inner sill is going in a couple of areas, so it's going to need a bit of work, obviously, but I knew that when I parked it up, so that is not the end of the world. But yeah, the inside, I mean, I always wanted to do up the driver's seat anyway, which has gotten a bit mouldy now, but yeah, this it's got some weird cushioning under here, and obviously a massive hole, so I wanted to get that sorted at some point. The rest of the seats I believe weren't that bad, but just a bit faded, so not sure if they'll come up a little bit at some point, but again, something else to worry about in the future. Very faded Mai Tai little trees in there, but yeah, it's nice to have everything out of here just to see what we've got again. Right, so here's a battery that we've charged for half an hour, and I'm going to do the right thing here and check absolutely nothing, and who needs oil and water in a fire engine anyway. Let's go and give it a little go and see what happens. I mean, it had oil when it was last parked, so it's probably fine. Well, it still selects gears and stuff. I'm probably not going to pull fuel for a while, but just turns over. Just going to pump the pedal a bit. Well, it's cranking over, but nothing's really happening. As you can see, the fuel pipe's off, and that's because no fuel is coming out the pump there. And that's also because the tank is empty, which obviously is a self-inflicted issue. So I can't really blame the car for that. So we're just going to pour a load of flammable liquid down here and see what happens. All right, that's a bit of fuel thrown down there. Let's see what happens. She's alive. Briefly. Well, I'm calling that a moral victory, because there's barely anything left in that tank, so I can't fill up the fuel tank anyway from the jerry can. But yeah, it still works after all this time, and all it needed was a bit of fuel down the carb. Incredible. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Will it live? Yes, it will, but it's not getting restored right now, so you'll have to stay tuned to the channel and watch this project when it eventually comes over to where we are. But thanks very much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one.